shifting property. Now we know if let us we know the Laplace transform. No? If Laplace transform of ft is fs, then Laplace transform of ft minus capital T is what? You know, second shifting property. It is e to the power minus st fs.
Yes.
This is the second shifting property. Okay, second shifting property. That means say if we have unit step function ut and we know its transfer function, its Laplace transformation is 1 by s. But if we have same type of say a shifting function, say ut minus capital T, its Laplace transform would be e to the power minus st by s. Okay, same is also applied for z transformation. Okay, that means if basically there are two types of shifting. If the signal may be two-sided signal or signal may be one-sided signal. That means signal two-sided, you know, that means this limit will vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. Or signal may be one-sided. That is one-sided means the right side. Okay, right side signal. In that case, this is called a one-sided signal. Okay. Now, first the say signal is two-sided, both-sided signals. Okay, if z transform of xn is xz, if z transform of xn is xz, then then z transform of x n minus m is equal to z to the power minus m xz. All right, this is basically the right shifting. Okay, that means you know this or if you and then z transform of x n plus m is equal to z to the power m xz. This is the right shifting, right shifting is the left shifting. All right, man, that means say you if we have a signal, একদম সিম্পল করে ভাবি, একদম কোনো কমপ্লিকেটেড থটে যাব না। Say this is a signal. Okay, let this is here the value is 1. So outside the 2, this is one is say 1, this is say 3, this is say again 1, or say this is n. Okay, similarly here it is say 1, 3. Okay, uh, and so on. So this is a both side signal. Okay, it's a both side signal. Now, what do you mean by right shifting? That means signal, each sample will be shifted to the right. Okay, that is called the right shifting. So this is if this is xn. So here is the right shifting signal. So this is ut and this is ut minus capital T. Signal is shifted by a time period of time of t. Similarly here, it will be shifted by a sample of m number. Say let us assume, let us shift the sample by one sample. Then what will be the plot? কি হবে তো বুঝতে পারছো ব্যাপারটা কি বলতে চাইছি আমি? তাহলে কি রকম হবে after shifting? Here the value of the sample at the origin is 2. So if you shift by one sample in the right hand side, this side, that means this signal, this sample will come here. These two will move to x1, and this x1 will, this is basically x0 sample at time 0. This is a sample, the first sample, this is a second sample, and third sample, and so on. Now if you shift by one sample, then we'll call this as n minus 1. So in that case, so here this the origin, the sample at origin will shift to the location 1. All right, so it will shift to here, and this sample, that is the x of minus 1, x of minus 1 will move to the origin location. This x1 x, this is initially in x1, it will move to x2. This x2 will move to x3. This is called the right shifting. Right shifting. Okay, this signal is called the right shifting. Is it clear? Just like this. And similarly, you have left shifting. We know ut plus capital T. This is the left shifting. The signal here, the signal is shifted in this direction, that is the right shifting. Here, the signal is shifted in the left direction, that is the left shifting. Same is also applied for discrete signals. So that means if the Z transform of Xn is Xz, then Z transform of a sample sequence Xn minus m, that is the signal is shifted by m number of samples in the right side, then its Z transform will be Z of minus 1 Xz. And similarly, if it will shift, if we shift it by m number of samples in the right side, that means here the sample value at origin will shift to the minus 1 location. This x of minus 1 will shift to the x of minus 2 location, and so on. আমি কি বোঝাতে পেরেছি? So this is for the both sides of thing. So okay, alright, you can easily prove. আমি প্রুফটা কি করাবো, এটা কি দরকার নেই, দেখিয়ে দিই এটা প্রুফটা, এইটা দেখাচ্ছি। হ্যাঁ, এটা ইউজ দ্য, so we know Z transform of x of n minus m. I'm considering the both side of signal. Both side means n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. X of n minus m, Z to the power minus m. Or sorry, Z to the power minus n. That is by definition of, this is the first principle of Z transform. Okay. Now, if we replace n minus m by p, in that case, this will become x of p. Okay, n minus m is p, and you know n is basically p plus m, so that will be z to the power minus p plus m, and the sum, as n varies from infinity plus minus infinity to plus infinity, p will also vary from minus infinity to plus infinity. So that means this sum you can write as p minus infinity to plus infinity, x of p, x of p, z minus p, and z to the power minus m. That will come here because it is the sum of p. So z to the power minus p will be a constant term. So now again, by definition, as we know, z transform of xn, z transform of xn is basically this minus infinity to plus infinity xn z to the power minus n. So this is also same. This series and this series are same. Only thing is that n is replaced by p. So this is nothing but, again, this is nothing but x of z. So that means z transform of x n minus m is z to the power minus m xz. Okay. Similarly, you can prove for the left shifting also. All right. Now, how we can use this? So, for example, we know Z transform of un minus, we know Z transform of un. What is that? What is Z transform of un? We know it is 1 by 1 minus Z inverse, right? Okay, now you are asked to find Z transform of un minus 2. So by definition, it will be the, what will be, this is Z to the power minus 2 into xz, that is Z to the power minus 2 by 1 minus Z inverse. All right. All right. Say for example, Z transform, you are asked to find Z transform of a n minus 1. Okay, so you know Z transform of a n. What is Z transform of a n? That is Z by Z minus a, right? Because you know Z transform of a n, Z transform of a n, assume this is un, huh? So that is, it will be n equal to be 0 to infinity. So a n z to the power minus n. So if you put n equal to 0, it will be 1 plus a z inverse a squared z to the power minus 2 a cube z to the power minus 3 up to infinity. That means this is 1 by 1 minus a z inverse. That is z by z minus a. Now find z transform of a n minus 1. So it will be just according to the definition. This is xz. Okay. So the sample is shifted by one side, one sample. So it will be z inverse of xz. That is z inverse of z z into z minus a. That is 1 by z in a. বুঝতে পারলে কি আমি কি বোঝাতে পেরেছি নাকি ভুল করেছি কিছু বলো?
Yes, sir.
Is it all right?
Yes,
Okay. Now find the z transform. Find z transform of say n into a to the power n minus 1. Find z transform of a into n into a to the power n minus 1. কি হবে বলো? বলো কত হবে? Using property, what will be the z transform of n into a to the power n minus 1? First, you know the z transform of a to the power n. What is that? 1 by 1 by 1 minus az inverse. এই একটু আগে করেছি 1 by 1 minus az inverse. Now find z. This is say xz. Okay. Therefore, z transform of a to the power n minus 1. কি হবে? Sample will be shifted by one sample in the direction, in the right hand side direction. Okay, okay, towards right side. So it will be z inverse xz. That is z inverse of 1 by 1 minus a z inverse. That is 1 by z minus a. All right. Now find the z transform of n a to the power minus 1. Okay, this will be by definition, this will be my, so n, so multiply by n, so you use the derivative formula. This will be 1 by z minus a. You know, if we have a multiply by n, have to derivative, find the derivative. Okay, so that will be minus z minus a whole square z minus a into 1. তাই তো? তুই ভুল করছিস কিছু বলো, আমি ভুল করলে আমাকে বলে দাও, আমি যদি কিছু ভুল করি। হ্যাঁ, তারপরে কি হবে বলো? তারপরে কি হবে বলো? বলো এলবি। হ্যাঁ, কত হবে? এটা এ হবে, এটা হবে তো এ, আর এটা কত হবে নিচেরটা? এন দিয়ে ভাগ করেছি, জেড বাই এ, জেড বাই এটা আরেকবার ডেরিভেটিভ হবে, সোজা কথা একবারই করে দিলেই হতো, অত ঝামেলা করার দরকার ছিল না। বেসিক্যালি this is minus z d dz of z to the power minus a to the power minus 1. That is minus z into minus 1 by z minus a whole square, its derivative. Okay, so that means this is z by z minus a whole square. All right. Now this is for both sides of shifting. There may be the signal is shifted, signal may be only one-sided signal. One-sided signal, you know, one-sided signal. What is one-sided signal? Signal will be only in the this side. That means here z, if say xn is a one-sided signal, that means it exists only when n lies between 0 to infinity. All right. That means z transform of xn for that type of signal is basically n equal to 0 to infinity xn z to the power minus n. আমি অনেক কিছু বলেছিলাম তোমাদের, রাইট হ্যান্ড ফাইনাইট, লেফট হ্যান্ড ফাইনাইট, both side ফাইনাইট, দেন আমি বলেছিলাম যে রাইট hand signal infinite, left hand signal infinite, both side infinite. You need to study it lot. Both hand infinite. Here it was ROC was z not equal to 0. Here it is z not equal to infinity. Here it is z not equal to 0 and not equal to infinity. So I feel frustrated if you not respond, if you not study properly. Here mod z greater than r, r1 or r যা ধরেছিলেন r to the power n হলে, and here mod z is less than r. মনে পড়ছে? And here
Yes, sir.
if we have if r1 less than r2, r less than r2, then we find that there are two concentric circles and the region bounded by the concentric circle is the ROC. So this is what type of signal? This is basically this type of signal. Sorry, this type, right hand infinity. So right hand infinity. Now if the signal is a one-sided signal, in that case z transform of xn minus m. What will be the z transform of x minus n minus m? And what will be the z transform of xn plus m? Okay. Okay. So if it is both sided signal, its formula is simple. Xn minus m is z to the power minus n xz, and this is z to the power plus m xz. Okay. Now you have a both side of one side of signal. That is, previously we are finding xz x n minus m using this formula, summation minus infinity to plus infinity. Now what will be the sum? The sum is now 0 to infinity. Okay, this is called one-sided signal. In that case, remember the shifting property formula will be different. This will be z to the power m minus m xz plus summation I equal to 1 to m x of minus I z to the power minus m minus I. Okay, if the signal is one-sided signal, then in that case x of n minus m will be this formula. Okay, and if it is plus sided, its formula is z to the power m xz plus summation I equal to 0 to m minus 1 x of I z to the power m minus I. Okay, uh, let us prove this formula. ফার্স্টেরটায় আমি ওটা করেছিলাম, এটাতে আমি এটা করে দিচ্ছি। ঠিক আছে, এটা করে দিয়েছিলাম প্রুফটা। let us prove this let us prove the second formula. z transform of x n plus m is equal to this formula. খুব সহজ, one sided signal. Okay, so that means we want to find the z transform of x n plus m, which is a one-sided signal. That means n equal to 0 to infinity x of n plus m z to the power minus m. আমি যদি ভুল করি বলবে, একদম সহজ জিনিস। This is the first principle, putting here this value x of n. Okay, now consider a variable p which is equal to n plus m. That means this is equal to xp, because n plus m equal to p, and n equal to m minus p. That means this is z to the power minus m minus p. কিছু ভুল হয়েছে? ভুল করেছি কিছু বলো, অসুবিধা হচ্ছে বুঝতে?
স্যার ওই স্যার সামেশনের ওই লিমিটটা।
হ্যাঁ দিচ্ছি, দাঁড়াও সেটা দিচ্ছি আমি। আমার এইটা যদি অসুবিধা হয় তাহলে আমি আরেকটা ধরে নিই। if you feel the problem যদি হয়, don't worry. So you can write this as x to the power n plus m z to the power minus n plus m into z to the power m. ঠিক আছে? ঠিক আছে তো?
ইয়েস স্যার।
ঠিক আছে তো? This is n equal to 0 to infinity. Now put this. So that means this is summation xp z to the power minus p, and z to the power m is constant. It will come here. And what will be the summation formula? When n equal to 0, when n equal to 0, p equal to m. And when n equal to infinity, p equal to infinity. ঠিক আছে? So that means here the sum will form from p equal to m to infinity. That means this is z to the power m. So there is, you have to introduce p equal to 0 to infinity, xp z to the power minus p. ঠিক আছে তো? So কোনগুলো বাইরে থেকে এনেছি বলো? কোন টার্ম we came took from outside? So it will be p equal to 0 to, দেখো এখানে ছিল m থেকে ইনফিনিটি। So there is a missing term of 0 to m minus 1.
0 to m minus.
So it will come here m minus 1 xp z of minus p. Okay, is it clear? দেখো কি করেছি, just look at carefully, look at carefully, please check whether it is correct or not. Now z to the power m, this term is nothing but xz. This is the formula definition of z transform, which is nothing but xz minus z to the power m p of 0 to m minus 1 x of p z to the power minus p. All right, all right.
Yes, sir.
So this sum, if you write instead of p, if you write in by I, the summation value will remain same. Summation value will remain same. If you write, so summation value will remain same to, তাই তো নাকি? হ্যাঁ,
Yes.
summation value will remain same. So that means this will be z to the power m xz minus z to the power m summation I equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of I z to the power minus I. ঠিক আছে, তাই তো? ঠিক আছে তো? ঠিক করেছি তো আমি?
Yes, sir.
এবারে তুমি চেঞ্জ করে দাও, এবারে তো এবার তুমি চেঞ্জ করে দাও, নতুন ভ্যারিয়েবল এ করে নতুন ভ্যারিয়েবল এনে চেঞ্জ করে দাও, নতুন ভ্যারিয়েবল আনো, এনে ইনটু এই এমটাকে ঢুকিয়ে দাও, ঢুকিয়ে ভ্যারিয়েবল লিমিটটাকে চেঞ্জ করে দাও, হয়ে যাবে। কি বললাম বুঝতে পেরেছো? তাই এখানে চেঞ্জ করে দাও, নতুন ভ্যারিয়েবল z টু দি পাওয়ার m xz summation I equal to 0 to m minus 1 x of I z to the power m minus I, এটা ঢুকিয়ে দিলাম এমটাকে। ঠিক আছে, z to the power m minus I। ঠিক আছে, দেখো ঠিক আছে কিনা। সিমিলারলি এটা প্রুভ করতে পারবে, এটাও একই রকম, এটা প্রুভ করতে পারবে তো আশা করি। in that case the limit will be negative, here it will be minus, limit will be negative করেই দিই। So z transform of x of n minus m, so what will be the definition? Since it is a one-sided signal, it will be n equal to 0 to x of n minus m z to the power minus n. All right, so now you can write it as n equal to 0 to infinity x of n minus m z to the power minus n minus m. So we took z to the power minus m, right? Plus m is z to the power minus m. You need to balance it. So write as z to the power minus m. So assume n minus m equal to p. So it will be x of p z to the power what? Minus p. So what will be the limit? Limit কত হবে? Infinity.
M
m হবে m when n equal to minus p m
my,
minus m, ঠিক আছে? ঠিক আছে, এটা minus m হবে।
yes, sir.
So what we can write this as? This and we can write as p equal to 0 to infinity x of p z to the power minus p, আর একটা সাম হবে because প্লাস, এখানে প্লাস আছে, so it will be minus m, it will be minus m to what? Minus m to minus 1, ঠিক আছে? Minus m to minus 1 x of p z to the power minus p. So now you multiply with z to the power minus m, z to the power minus 1. This is nothing but xz. This is nothing but xz. This is nothing but xz plus z to the power minus m. Z to the power minus m. You can change the limit. You can change, replace p by minus p. You can replace p by minus p. So that means this will be p equal to 1 to m. This will be x of minus p, and this will be z of p. All right. Now the summation value will remain same if you write using I. So it will be I equal to 1 to m z x of minus I z of I and I minus m, right? Or minus I minus m, okay, minus I minus m, ঠিক আছে? That is the formula. Okay, remember for the 99% case, this formula is sufficient. The fast shifting property, this formula is sufficient. Okay, just remember this. Okay, because all the practical signals are two-sided, but if it is given in one-sided, in that case, please only for one-sided signal, please take care. Okay, I will discuss in later on in the problem. Okay. Okay, now we'll move to the inverse Z transform. অলরাইট, বোঝা গেছে? আচ্ছা, একটা জিনিস বলে দিই, তারপরে তোমরা আমাকে সেটা বলেই নি, তোমাদের আবার বলবে। টু বি দ্য জেড ট্রান্সফর্ম অফ ইম্পালস ফাংশন, you know impulse function. In time domain impulse function, it is defined as 0 for all value of t except t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, the value is infinity. That is the definition of impulse function. Delta t is 0 for all value of t except t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, the value is infinity, and the area under the impulse function was unity, which is known as the strength of the impulse function. We know how impulse function is represented. How it represents? It represents by a vertical line with arrowheads, and the strength is represented within the bracket. ম্যাডাম এটা পড়িয়েছেন, আমি জানি, তাও আমি বলে দিলাম। Impulse function, বিআর ম্যাডাম পড়িয়েছেন, impulse function is defined as delta t equal to 0 for all value of t except t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, the value is infinity, and the impulse, that means impulse means very large force acting for a very small duration, that is called the impulse function. And impulse is represented by its strength. Strength means its area. Area is minus infinity. Area we know how to calculate area. Impulse is represented by its strength. Strength means the area under an impulse, which is integration minus infinity plus infinity delta t dt equal to 1, and it is represented by a vertical line, vertical arrowhead, and its strength is represented within bracket. Okay, now in case of a digital signal, impulse is represented by delta n equal to 1 for n equal to 0, and 0 for n not equal to 0. Okay, that is how we define impulse function for discrete signals, discrete domain. Okay, that is delta n equal to 1 only at n equal to 0 and 0 for. So what will be the value z transform of impulse function? So by definition it will be n equal to minus infinity to infinity delta n z to the power minus n. Now it is 0 for all value of n, and it is exists only at origin. At origin the value is 1, so delta n equal to 1, and when n equal to 0, that means 1 into 1. So z transform of impulse function is 1. As we know, Laplace transform of impulse function is also 1. Okay, now tell me what will be the Laplace transform of delta n minus 2? কে বলবে কত হবে? কত হবে Laplace transform of delta n minus 2? কত হবে?
0 sir.
হ্যাঁ, 0 কেন হবে? delta n minus 2 by definition it is that this is xz. By definition signal is shifted by 2 samples. Signal is shifted by 2 samples. It will be z to the power minus 2 xz. All right, that will be z to the power minus 2 into 1 is z to the power minus 2. All right, what will be the z transform of delta n minus 5? কি হবে? কি হবে?
Z to the power minus 5.
minus 5.
হ্যাঁ, simple. Laplace transform of delta t is 1. So what will be the Laplace transform of delta t minus 5? It will be the second shifting property, e to the power minus 5s, e to the power minus 5s into Laplace transform of delta t, that is e to the power minus 5s into 1, that is e to the power minus 5s. And don't worry, you know the formula z equal to e to the power s tau. Okay, you know that, just replace 5s by z, e to the power minus s tau is 1. Sampling time you know is 1. There is that means z is equal to basically e to the power s. Now if you put here, it will be z to the power minus 5. দেখতে পাচ্ছ? Same as this, z to the power minus 5. Laplace transform and impulse and z transform are identical. I told you it is same. Okay, so it will be difficult for us to represent s to the power tau. So in order to reduce the writing computation writing, yes, we replace it by z, e to the power s by z. Okay, so what will be the Laplace transform of delta n plus 0.3 delta n minus 1 plus 0.5 delta n minus 3? কত হবে বলো? What will be the z transform? কত হবে? It will be 1, because z transform of impulse function is 1, plus z transform of delta n minus 1 is 0.3 z to the power minus 1, and delta n minus 3 will be 0.5
0.5 Z to the power minus 3.
It is the answer. Simple.